at 11 months I was diagnosed with dextrocardia. When I was 4, I had my first open heart surgery to repair an ASD and VSD. That was done in Alderhay. All was fine up until about 8 years ago when I started to get a leaky tricuspid valve. I was then referred from Chester to here to have it replaced. There was a few complications. I had to have a pacemaker fitted and stuff, and then I was referred back to here. It was followed up. Everything was going okay until August last year when I was diagnosed with endocarditis. So I spent 3 weeks on the Birch ward. Yeah. Then I went home with hospital at home care to do antibiotics every day. Once they were finished, I had to have a PET scan, which showed that the infection was still there and it was deeply embedded into the tissue and it had ruined the valve. So the plan was to do the surgery in 3 to 5 months to replace the valve. But then when I started having complications of fluid retention and discoloration, my face was going blue, my arms were blue due to lack of oxygen. So they brought it forward. So on the 21st of March, I had my 3rd open heart surgery to replace the valve and remove the infected heart tissue. During the surgery, my kidneys packed in and I went into kidney failure. I was in theatre for about 14 hours altogether, and then I went back to the ward afterwards and I was kept asleep for...
You were kept asleep on and off pretty much for about 2 weeks.
Because every time they tried to wake me up, I either couldn't breathe properly or my neck was all swollen. So again, I couldn't breathe. So in the end, they fitted me with a tracheostomy. I don't remember much of the first couple of weeks. You probably know more.
It was hour by hour really, wasn't it, the first few weeks? And then it went to like, let's just take it day by day.
Yeah, because you were having to deal with it all as well at home, where the kids struggled.
Yeah. But the kids, like anything else in life, and when you're going through something like that, it's hard at the time, but the kids were they were brilliant.
Oh, the Jubilee. They come over for the Jubilee.
Jubilee, we had cakes.
And we all sat on the bed.
And you got a mug?
Yeah. We got a little goodie bag and we all sat on the bed
eating cake, and not just the nurses and doctors, the other people that worked on the ward. If they were ever working on the other side or on a different ward and they had 5 or 10 minutes, they'd actually come in to visit to see her, to see how she was.
Yeah.
You know, during a busy day, you know, as if they haven't got enough to do. Yeah, we all know how busy they are. And they'll, on the break, or they'll just pop in and say, "Hi, how are you doing?"
Since I left here, went to Arrow Park. I was only in Arrow Park for a couple of days. It was literally just why they set up my dialysis, and they put me on warfarin, so they had to monitor it over the weekend. So we were literally only there from the Thursday to the Monday, and then we got home. When I got home, it was hard because I could only walk so much, and I'd never done stairs so when we first got that first night we got home, it took us over an hour. Because
you've gone from having all the help you'll ever need to actually having to do it yourself.
Yeah, they were brilliant. The staff were amazing.
But again, it's that.
Yeah, they were all lovely.
Sort of. Yeah. Where you didn't feel. I don't know about Leah. I didn't feel like Leah's husband, and it was just all black and white and medical. They made you feel so comfortable, and you know, it was just this is going to sound like a stupid thing to say, but it was just a nice place to be, even though we were there for that particular reason, and Leah was really poorly at the start after the surgery.
It just felt like a big family.
But yeah, they just made you feel at home, didn't they? It was just.